Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
I'm Shane.
Tom.
We're back with Andor, episode 11.
Tom's been nice enough to catch up.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the show?
You know, overall, I'll be honest, it's not one of my favorite Star Wars
Which I
shows.
argue with him about and said it was. It's one of my favorite. One of his favorite.
Definitely it's my favorite.
Yeah.
But the dialogue is some of the best I've seen in any show ever.
Yeah, I think you can't even argue. Yeah. That monologue, we rewatched it again before
Several times, yeah.
Before Zach came here.
Well, I just feel like it shouldn't just be good or bad and Star Wars. It just should be good or bad. And it lends itself to anything, no matter what the franchise is. So to me, it's like, well, it's not my favorite Star Wars. It's like, well, I like it that much, and it is my favorite, and it happens to be Star Wars.
I know you thought, like, you and your other friend just thought it was hard for them to get into because it was slow.
Especially the first few. I was still in Mandalorian mode a little bit where, you know, action, shooting, fighting, you know, right off the rip. But, like I said, the dialogue, I think eventually just kind of won me over because I felt myself compelled to continue watching based solely on the fact of the dialogue was just so freaking good.
Yeah.
Now, as far as Star Wars television goes, I mean, this takes the cake for me. The Mandalorian's runner-up. Because Mandalorian just gets so many things right, even though I feel like just the atmosphere in of itself.
Yeah.
It's not like the high fantasy guys swinging swords at each other and force choking people. It's just like the nitty-gritty espionage, Tinker Tailor soldier spy level.
Which I need to see. Because as much as I love the previous stuff you mentioned, I've just gotten 40 years of it. And now I want other things in the Star Wars universe. I want, like I was telling you about, like I was watching episode 4, I'm like interested, I'm like watching Aunt Beru put stuff in that little shitty crock pot. It was like the most interesting thing to me. And then Andor does that better than almost anything that they've done.
Yeah, that's my point. Is that the high fantasy of Star Wars is usually what they feed you.
And it's been, I'm not saying it's a criticism, but it's been played out so much.
I'm saying it is a criticism.
I'm saying it's done it so well. I think it's done
Stretched
it better
thin.
than any franchise. But like, I don't think we can add more to that. Like, I just need, like, what this show's giving me.
At least take a breath.
But that being said, we all agree the dialogue is fucking perfect. I mean, I thought House of Dragon was the best show I watched this year, and I still thought that. And then I watched that Aldani Escape episode 6, and I said, well, I think this is better. And then I saw that Prison Break, that last
I didn't
episode.
feel like House of the Dragon was really worth a lot. It wasn't really worth its weight to me until the finale.
We have Tom for this. He's blessing us, and Muscle Matt will bless us with the finale.
Nice.
So, anyways, guys, we appreciate it. If you want to see the full-length version of this, you know where to go. If you don't,
it's out. The truth is out there.
it's out there.
X-Files.
Yes, let's go.
And I can't go.
Her performance in this is great.
What's funny, like, we were watching Harry Potter, and he's like, I know her.
Yep.
Sergeant Musk.
Dude, we need to be blessed with him.
To be slaughtered.
It's his performance is so good, and it's what makes Luthen's good, I think. And it's hard. It's easy to
balance.
It's easy to overlook because he's like the sissy who wants out. But if he wasn't the sissy who wanted out, Luthen wouldn't be.
Wouldn't have had his moment.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
You think Saul's gonna
Well,
come in and bail out Anto?
They're leaving. Stop saying that. They're leaving.
I just fucking said it.
She would have wanted it that way. It's heartbreaking.
The daughters of Ferrix, probably.
We're gonna take her out in a minute if you want to say goodbye.
Oh shit.
I'll have them clear the room if you want to be alone.
I don't want to be alone.
I like
I want Marietta.
Between.
He's great. When she said, "Be quiet." That sucks.
Fuck.
Yeah, it sucks just because I think, she wanted to do something significant, and she probably didn't.
No.
A good shot.
The lens, man. Really sells it.
They're doing the cinematography, not just the filmography.
Here's a little buggy thing. They just drive dead people around the town.
Yeah.
Bring out your dead.
Yeah. I crawled 10 miles to make sure I wasn't fucking seeing it good. Instead of going back to that fucking place.
Daniel Day-Lewis can do it. I can do it.
He did, and so did Leonardo DiCaprio. Or Hugh Glass, I should say.
What is it?
Daniel Blake.
It's a quad jumper. Can you fly it? I don't know. It's an old one.
They keep wanting to
That's
say
how
it.
people get caught, though. Is they get loose, they steal a vehicle, and that vehicle gets reported.
Dude, these guys.
Are they just fishermen?
Something's gonna.
Oh no!
What in the world?
Common citizen of Ferrix. She wrote a big send-off.
Want a funeral.
Excuse me.
You're going to give them a permit. We want to put them in a box. Stand by.
Can watch. As you wish.
I think I already told them no.
Tybo's are a little pissed.
The dead are bricked. They mix your ashes with mortar and local stone dust, put your name on and fire it up. You become a block of Ferrix brick.
And then what?
They find you a wall.
1,000 each, the upper beam, one for each of us, 3D.
Good God!
Practical creature.
Always the Empire.
It's like fucking Judge Dredd.
Yeah. That's disgusting, dude. How did he logically get to the conclusion that he's gonna let them go? I don't really get it.
They're kind of like intimidating them,
Yeah.
and but they hate the Empire. What the Empire's done to their planet.
Yeah, but I guess it's just like, if they can just get money, I feel like there's the, you know what I mean?
It's not worth it to them. It's principle.
Okay. Well, I respect that.
Just because they're ugly doesn't mean they don't have principles, Shane.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tom. Offends people like you.
God damn it, she's fucking things up.
We have some new pieces in. Where is he? She's been collecting jewelry. I don't have time for this.
Fair enough.
She's running the ship, though, kind of like keeping everything in
Yeah.
check. You know what I mean?
I don't have lately. I have always. I've a constant blur of plates spinning and knives on the floor and needy, panicked faces at the window, of which you are but one of many.
I think that was a Gungan shield.
Cassian Andor. The mother died. Well, let him know. Do that.
You're living in a Soviet Socialist Republic, essentially. And there are spies everywhere.
Yeah.
That the government's just putting there constantly on a day-by-day basis, and you don't understand the threat of
Yeah.
acting like out of routine.
Yeah, and going against protocol.
Yeah, is that fucking guy?
Big man's on site. I want full coverage, spotters front and back.
I can't believe we didn't recognize him before. He's that fucking Imperial officer that's in there with Dedra, like talking to Dedra with Captain Tybo.
I forgot. Still forgetting.
I can't leave you here alone. She wouldn't want that.
You could stay.
One night.
What a sweet droid.
Poor little guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question. Anto Kreegyr. Is this the man you introduced to Cassian? Fix.
No one walks alone. Just like chanting their laws.
I thought this was over. Back, you're not following the trends. It's weird. It's stronger here than it is at home. Are you? You can do what you want. It's not me. Don't tell me you're taking proposals. I had so much trouble that. How much is missing? 400,000. Does Letha know? Some know. Not really. I found a solution.
Call for you.
Oh my god. You know her now, too. Vader.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank God.
Apologies, sir. Answer the family. She give us a moment. Andor. I'm calling about Andor. You wanted news if I had it.
Yes, please, go on.
Hold on. Okay.
Has he been caught?
The mother!
You're talking about Andor.
Yeah, she's passed away.
Andor's mother?
No, I'm in Atlanta.
Where is Andor?
Yes, that's it. He might show up in the funeral.
I'm so blessed that we got blessed
I
with
know.
that man.
The mystery of reformer triumphs again, that Christian. I can sleep peacefully now.
Like Matt
What the fuck's
Damon.
he gonna do?
I don't know. I mean, he's already.
He's not Jason Bourne.
Well,
He's a nerd.
Well, I meant like Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting. Like he won't go to the job to go pursue something else. That you know. Back here to this place. That's where the money was.
Yep. Ugh. Oh, it's staying in the room now.
I'm so shocked he got back here.
The journal. Look at those things
just laying in that comfortable bed.
with the fan on.
Yeah, right. Never
Ruining the sheets.
Never seen a Star Wars fan before. Something
Glad we got
extend.
more
There's like a
It's
wand.
his staff.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it does anything else besides.
Well, I'm sure he could like, poke you with it.
I'll do it.
Do what?
Spellhouse Power Station.
Told you.
You're right.
I'm in.
I think not.
Oh, he wants to. Okay.
Yeah.
He can't let him do that.
How do you know I won't tell it?
I don't know what you'll do.
Instead of Kreegyr, what would you do?
Kreegyr doesn't know me. I'm not vulnerable if he's captured. He can't hurt me.
Like I can.
It's your decision, Sauron. It's your decision.
You have people everywhere, don't you?
This is what contributes to him being crazy.
Try to concentrate.
30 men.
Plus Kreegyr.
For the greater good.
Call it what you will.
Yeah, right.
Let's call it war.
It's such a hard choice to make. It seems like the right one.
It is, but it'd be a hard choice.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to live with that personally.
That's where moral fortitude comes from, moral courage.
I don't have that, I guess.
You need to think of the consequences of losing that piece to another collector.
I'm preparing for every outcome.
If you're Imperial spies and that's all you heard, you would think they're talking in code, right?
The Imperials are fucking up.
These
the
mu-
bridge. You're not supposed to jam it. Hit the button.
Like, these motherfuckers never mention a name. What is it? Oh.
Back, please.
This is an Imperial patrol. Stand by for transponder scan.
ID found. Yes, this is Alderaan 129-12505.
Stand by, Hallcraft. Run it.
I've seen that bridge.
It's nice to see it just another
That's
bridge.
a really cool shot there.
Yeah. Low atmosphere.
Campbell, we'll be standing by. Is what you'll be doing. Power the track to me.
Pricks.
Oh, those little guys working at the computers with the weirdest hats.
Yeah.
Usually the gunners wore the big weird fucking helmet, but the other gunners had those funny ass wide helmets.
Yeah.
The ones that are just pulling levers.
Yeah.
Engage reverse stabilizers on my throttle.
Acknowledge. What's he doing? Tractor force up 5. What is that?
Oh, okay, nice.
Oh, so the Shatter Beam is...
Yeah, it pulled that
Pulling
shit
it
towards
in,
them.
yeah.
Intensify forward firepower.
That's exactly what I was
Too
thinking.
late. Seismic charges.
That would be so...
Oh, whoa! What the hell?
Hyperspace calibration.
That's crazy. That's pretty cool.
That looks like fuck.
I really like those
Someone for it.
Cool.
saber things.
Excuse me. Who is this? I'm not getting picture.
I need to get a message to Marva.
This asshole.
Cassian?
Don't.
Hope we gave him some of those credits. Too.
That's what I'm saying. Give him a little bit, right?
Yeah.
You're loaded, dude.
That was an episode.
That was an episode. It was a strong one.
I was glad to see some more of Forrest Whitaker.
And I liked that Luthen, and probably for the sake of the rebellion also, and maybe for personal reasons, bailed him out of there. Bailed Saw Gerrera out of saving Andor Kreegyr.
It's probably a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, for one, he doesn't want to see Saul go, but at the same time, if Saul was captured, which I doubt he'd have to worry about it.
Yeah.
It's just the idea of knowing that someone could place him.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you think?
It's kind of cool seeing Saw. We talked about this a little bit before we filmed, but kind of cool seeing Saw. Not quite as crazy.
No, yeah.
Yeah, he was old in Rogue One, and by that point, he's old and beaten down, worn out.
Yeah.
And
I wonder what he goes through for him to need that breathing apparatus and for him not to have any hair, and he's a little more scarred.
Well, at the end of Rogue One, he has hair. He just shaves his head from time to time.
Oh, okay, you're right. Because in the very beginning, he's
bald.
He's
when
bald.
He picks up Jin.
Yeah. How do you feel now? Like, is Joe still getting better and better?
Yeah, Zach, I actually wrote down something that you said, I think during the pre-talk. And I think this episode kind of confirmed it for me. This feels like a kind of a nitty-gritty, like, common man's Star Wars. Mm-hmm. You know, it has a very real, down-to-earth feel to it. Like
a salt of the earth Star Wars, yeah. You say you liked espionage films, but not like a Jason Bourne kind. Mm-hmm. But like just the actual, legitimate, like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, some of those other ones that are like real gritty, nuanced spy films.
Yeah.
Like this would be for you if you like military thrillers.
Yeah.
I will say this is a show that I didn't know I needed. Because I wasn't sure what Disney could bring from Star Wars that did not involve the Mandalorians or the Jedi,
or anime,
the Sith. I was thinking, you know what I mean? They never really proven themselves in that respect. Yeah. Everything's always been tied in to the higher stakes.
Yeah,
like this kind of Star Wars has slowly become my favorite over the years. Mm-hmm. Everything leading up to Episode 4 and Episode 5. Yeah. So Rogue One, I really liked. Yeah. 4, I've appreciated more over time. 5, I really like. Yeah. And this is kind of filling in those gaps for me. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I got from Mon Mothma's scene was that she is going to give in to a betrothal deal.
Yeah, that she found a way out and didn't have anything to say about it.
I guess what was weird to me that they were freaking out that her daughter was choosing to be into the culture and heritage and tradition of their people.
Well, obviously it's intrinsic to proposals and marriage because that's the Vel's reaction. So you're not taking proposals, are you?
Yeah.
So evidently that's a foreshadowing.
I guess it's just like I know that does feel young to us, but
so she found the elder on her own.
Yeah.
And evidently it's either a god on their world or it's a way.
Yeah.
Like a way to symbolize tradition.
Yeah. She made that choice on her own. She's 15. I think that's old enough to make that choice if she made that choice. But if she was being forced into a proposal by her mom and that guy, I think that would have been terrible.
If my daughter turned 15 and said she was getting married, I'd be like, the fuck you are.
No, I mean, I wouldn't want that either. I would do everything I can to sabotage it, secretly or frontally, okay?
I'm very upfront about it.
I did find out a detail that I like to find these out after I watch the show. Our buddy Matt, he told me about it. It was filmed during COVID, and they actually did have 4,000 extras planned, but the government wouldn't allow it. Then they said, well...
Extras planned for what?
For the Aldani scene.
Oh,
they were going to shoot it with that many people.
Okay.
And they had this pathless scene written, but they couldn't do it. They said, let's just make it so we're only allowed to use 40. Let's make it so the Empire's weeding them out and breaking them down. And I think that story worked really well, too.
Well, it's amazing how many there's instances of production and limitations that have affected the outcome of entertainment throughout the years.
Yeah.
A lightsaber was a fucking flashlight. They glued a bunch of shit onto or whatever. And
it was a metal rod. It spun with a cord, and that's why they couldn't do much with it.
The Tarkin book that I read, it makes a particular reference to his boots.
Yeah.
Particularly ones that fit.
Oh, as like an Easter egg?
Yeah, because his boots didn't fit.
So tell Tom, I don't know if Tom knows that Easter egg, but...
Okay, well, Peter Cushing, the guy who played Tarkin in the films, the boots that they gave him to wear were the wrong size, and he absolutely could not stand to wear them.
And they're cheap bastards, too. So.
And they wouldn't buy him other ones, new ones or ones that fit or make them or whatever, have them tailored. So he wore his slippers all the time on set.
There's behind the scenes.
Well, now that you say it, now it's like,
most of the time it's like him from the waist up or the knees up.
You're far too trusting. He's wearing slippers.
Yeah. In the book, though, it talks about he's designing his uniform, and he he's talking about upgrading it in so many respects. He said, particularly boots that fit.
Yeah. It just hit me hard that Marva's dead.
I felt like we should have at least seen her a little bit more.
I would have liked to one more time.
Because I felt like, okay, she can't do any more in the show. Like, her time slot's up. She's paid her money. She's not signing on for another one.
Well, she had this passionate parting with...
Yeah. Well, I feel the way Cassian feels. It's like, you just missed her. And she's just dead.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, shit, I wasn't there for it.
Yeah.
And it just...
Because that was my thought seeing him on the phone. He's like, you're fucking sent to prison, and all of a sudden all this shit's gone.
Yeah, think about... And I know people who just gone to prison, and that's when this shit happens, too.
I did like when you're talking about that scene with Mon Mothma and Belle, that the rain on the window, the sound in the background, provided a really nice ambience for the seriousness of the tone.
I fell for B2, the droid. I just think they did a good job. Droids are so important to Star Wars, and some people don't think how much thought needs to go into making a droid be a good droid for people to like that droid. And I think he might be one of my favorite droids.
I mean, I don't know how you felt, Tom, but going back when I started rewatching all of these, I mean, B2 Emo stuck out to me as much when I rewatched it as he did when I first saw it.
Yeah, this is one of the first times, I think, in Star Wars that I've felt like I've had some sort of an emotional connection with a droid. Like, I always really liked R2-D2. You know, his loyalty and, you know, the abilities, the things that he's able to do.
What if he didn't save the Nubian cruiser in Episode 1?
Yeah, well...
Yeah. He was fucked. Yeah,
no, this is the first droid where I really have felt like kind of an emotional connection to.
Well, they picked the right voice, too. I think that was key.
I don't want to be alone. I want Mama Marva.
That and the fact that he stutters and that he has faults make him seem so much more like relatable as a human.
Yeah.
Well, and he's like this blue-collar fixer-upper droid. I like seeing an Imperial bridge, and what was that called? An arrestor cruiser?
Arrestor cruiser.
Arrestor cruiser. I was thinking of the new technology that he had in the ship. Like the idea of throwing all that shit back there. I mean, fucking Han Solo knew that.
Well, that was an idea, though. That was something like if you just discard all these... You shoot this metal back into the tractor beam.
Yeah.
Like, it's just more like along the lines of creative thinking than it is technology.
Also, the
laser things, though, I have to like that could also be like a homemade job.
Yeah,
like he had him custom made, some kind of plasma cannon or something.
I just thought that was really cool.
Rex when he shoots it out of his little dick laser.
Yeah,
when you're fighting him, and it's like I mean, erected out at you.
No, it was cool, and I mean he's also quite the space fighter, it seems.
That was cool.
George Lucas said something wild. Oh, by the way, based on what you said earlier, one of the best books, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, it was one of those things to where I think Shizor talks about that. It's like there was so much more to running the Empire than having Vader going around choking, like taking over planets and bombarding them from space. It was like subjugating the people. It's like making the people believers in the Empire. It's like breaking their will and then making them serve the Empire.
I did read that I found myself comparing Palpatine to Sauron quite a bit because it went into, I believe it was in Tarkin, where he talked about how he didn't want to just rule the Empire and like rule the planets, but he wants to control the thoughts of his subjects.
And think about how much more demoralizing that is if you're like a rebel trying to fight, because you're not just fighting a military battle.
Well, that's why
it's.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's just I would feel like that half of it would almost be more psychologically demoralizing.
Well, I think it's a good
that's why Saul went crazy.
Balance to like Luthen's speech. It's like 15 years ago he wrote this equation that he wakes up to every day that he must complete because he's so motivated, and it just makes sense that it would have to be against something so evil.
I will say though, before we close, is the finale is probably going to cover Kreegyr's attack.
Yeah.
And what happens there?
Yeah, and it's just like, will he be screwed over? Will he be saved?
Yeah, you have to wonder.
Yeah,
like how that's going to play out. Because if it happens off screen, it's going to be a little bit disappointing because there've been so many episodes now that have addressed.
They mention his name.
Yeah,
well, it's such a name that I feel like is he a character that I should know?
We need to see an Anto Kreegyr. We need to see Spellhouse. You can't have a planet by the name of Spellhouse. It sounds so cool.
Yeah,
Anto Kreegyr's attack on the power station at Spellhouse, and you're not going to give it to us.
Yeah, I would be a little bit disappointed if it was like an off-screen thing and.
Yeah.
Oh, he died.
Anyways, Tom, Zach, I talked a lot. Like, I know, you got any other notes or your overall thoughts? You liking the show more and more, though?
I am.
Good.
I like Luthen. He's a polarizing character to watch. The actor does a great job.
Yeah.
And like I said, some of the things we talked about that kept me going and interested in the show until the show grew on me was the dialogue, and I think
and me telling you, Tom, you
Yeah,
got to keep watching.
and his is
we're gonna have a problem.
probably the best. But the other thing is, like, I just can't imagine, like, that psychological torture being so profound that it affects you physically.
You talking about the
what Bix is?
Yeah,
that it affects you physically. You know.
Well, if you think about it, if they continuously do it to her and wake her up through the night and never allow her a set sleep schedule and full amounts of sleep, and she's not eating right, and they're constantly feeding that shit into her head that drives people insane.
Yeah.
Then she's not gonna look too good by the end.
That would be terrible. That would just be
she
terrible.
looks so good, it would be a damn shame.
We know in the next episode that they're all verging back on Ferrix.
Yes.
They're all converging there again for the funeral. So we're gonna have Luthen. Well, we might have Cass.
I hope
not
so.
confirmed, but I would assume so.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Dickhead Cyril.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have the Empire there, keeping an eye on things. You're gonna have Vel and Cinta.
Yep.
So a lot of players are gonna be there.
Yeah.
And then I just can't. That is another way for them to close shop for the season. I mean, there's two major events. You have Kreegyr's assault.
Yep.
And then the funeral.
The Ferrix stuff, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Matt here. This week's episode of Andor was definitely an emotional roller coaster, that's for sure. From them finding out that his mom passed away, seeing the little droid, how upset and sad he was, and just how sad everybody was, and then when Cassian found out. So I really hope he's smart about this and doesn't act on pure emotion. And hopefully he goes through this process in a smart fashion and doesn't just rush back there. And what I'm really curious to see is what she's going to do with her daughter. Is she going to sacrifice her daughter for herself? Or is she going to let her daughter choose what she wants to do? But I'm pumped to see the season finale next week. I'll be back down with Shane and Zach to do that episode with them. So be on the lookout for that. Have a good one, guys.
Ferrix stuff is, to me, the most important, but I absolutely want to see Andor, at least see him. I want to see that,
and I want to see if
they just let him go. Like, yeah, we were literally just going to let him die.
Good, or is Saul really going to let him go? Or is Saul to that point that we see him in Rogue One, where he would do that because he thinks he can just go stick one in the fucking.
It's funny, that character just keeps coming back. He was just a Clone Wars character. So, and then like it was suggested. I think it might have been Dave Filoni said, "Why don't we just bring this guy back because he fits the character role."
I think he did suggest it.
Yeah, and then they just all right, okay, we can do that. And then he came back for a video game, and now he's back in this series.
I will say he's one of my favorite characters in Star Wars.
He's hilarious.
I like Saul a lot. And
I want to see Borg Gullet.
I'm partial to Dooku and Tarkin because of Cushing and Lee.
Yeah, they're just incredible. I mean, I love those characters, and I love those actors because of those movies.
I was thinking about them today too. That Alec Guinness, Cushing, and Lee. They're all kind of classical performers.
Yeah,
I mean McDiarmid would have been too.
He prefers the theater.
Yeah,
they try to pay him a lot of money to be in movies. He doesn't do it.
Wasn't he in Sleepy Hollow?
He was.
Yeah, he was in that.
Good movie.
No, it's a really good movie.
It's my favorite
but
adaptation of Sleepy
Hollow. The worst
Hollow,
actor in it is Christopher Walken because all he does is like
his pointy teeth.
I mean, I love Christopher Walken, but it's just he doesn't have. It's kind of just understated.
Yeah, no, he was the doctor.
Yeah,
in Sleepy Hollow.
Christopher Lee was the
the judge.
He was the judge.
And that's funny that they're both in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was actually at Star Wars Celebration, and all these little kids around me, so I was right in front of Ian McDiarmid, and they didn't choose me because I was the old guy. But I want to say, what was it like working with Christopher Lee? And they ask all these stupid questions, like, how powerful is this fucking compared to him? Ian McDiarmid's like up there trying to be nice. Like, I don't know. And I'm like, God damn it, ask him a real question. You know what I mean?
You're killing a kid next to you. Ask him about Lee.
Well, I thought it's a good question. You know what I mean? Like, what's it like two iconic guys? What was it like? You know, because he told all these funny stories about working with different people. I've never heard him talk about Christopher Lee.
Guys, that is our reaction to Andor.
11th.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can go online, check out our merchandise. Leave a comment too, because I like being one of the new guys here.
20 seconds. We're done. There you go.